Hi guys, this is Dude Not So Perfect, and I'm T-Mac.
I'm Shortstop.
I'm Black Mamba.
And I'm Tank. And this is Monkey! And this is Church House Trick Shot Edition. Let's go!
Yeah! This is Black Mamba, and I'm about to do my ping pong off the wall, off the pastor's door, off the floor, trick shot into the cup. You ready for this? Well, I'll get it.
Woo! Yeah!
Let's go.
No.
Yes.
Try it a little bit harder off the door.
All right. Hey, Pastor, we were just here for prayer meeting.
The sanctuary's that way.
Oh, right, yeah. Thank you.
Hey guys, this is T-Mac with Dude Not So Perfect, and I'm about to do an unbelievable shot. All you T-Mac fans out there, I'm going to take this giant ball here, and I'm going to throw it from the upper level, and I'm going to make it into a solo cup, balance it perfectly on Tank's head. And on top of that, guys, if that wasn't good enough, this is the duct tape, no looker shot. Monkey, you ready? Here we go. Hi-ya! Hey guys, this is T-Mac and this is Dude Not So Perfect. And this is the pastor's wife's chair and the secretary's office chair race. Are you ready, Tank? Ready. Ready, set, go!
Stop monkeying around.
Monkey, wait, come back!
Hey guys, I'm Shortstop, and this is the no-looker ping pong trust shot.
Ow!
Did I make it?
Hey guys, this is Dude Not So Perfect. I'm T-Mac.
I'm Shortstop.
I'm Black Mamba.
And I'm Tank. And this was the Church Edition Trick Shot Challenge. Woo! Mamba, hit him with the signature sign-off. Round it, bob it. Yeah! Until next time!
Hey boys and girls, welcome to Collinsville First Assembly Kids Church. I'm glad you could join us today. Did you guys see Dude Not So Perfect? They think they're so perfect and can do all these cool trick shots, but they really can't. They were caught. The preacher and his wife said, "No way, Jose. No way. Even though they were trying to do this really cool stuff, it's better to obey than to try to do really cool stuff. They'll think, oh, they'll let me do this because it's going to be so cool and so great. But no, they should have just obeyed and not did it at all. Well, I have a story for you today about a man who thought it would be a lot better just to do some big great thing than just simply obey. This man's name was King Saul. No, not that kind of Saul. We have some help from a cameraman today. Let's try it again. His name was S-A-U-L. His name was Saul. His name was King Saul. He was chosen by God to be the king of the Israelites. That's God's people, also known today as the Jewish people. So God told King Saul through the prophet Samuel to go and fight a war. And he told him two special things not to do. Has God, or perhaps your mom or dad ever told you to do something and they told you specifically how to do it? How about, take the dog for a walk, please, but don't forget to make him wear his leash. You know, they have a reason for telling you that. I'm going to let you think about the reason for that one. So, King Saul went with his army and fought the war, and he didn't listen to God. God told him through the prophet Samuel not to save wicked King Agag and not to take their animals. Saul disobeyed. When Samuel went to meet Saul later to talk to him, Samuel came and Saul ran out to meet him and said, "Oh, Samuel, I have obeyed God." But did he obey God? No, his conscience must have been bothering him. He tried to lie. You know what's worse than disobeying? Disobeying and lying. I'm sure none of you guys have ever done that before. Well, King Saul knew in his heart he did not obey. Samuel heard something while he was there. Can you hear that? You know what that sound is? It's sheep, the sound of sheep. Let's hear another sound. Let's hear. Listen real close. You ready? You know what that sound is? You may think of a cow. This is similar to a cow, but it is oxen. It's the sound of oxen. In the Bible days, and even in some places still today, people use oxen to pull a plow, to plant seeds and grow food. Oxen were useful. But God told him not to do that. So King Saul said, oh, that sound. That sound is the people. The people decided they were going to keep those. Now, not only did King Saul disobey and lie, now he's trying to blame others. When we do something wrong, we should admit it right away. It will work out a lot better for us. Well, Samuel said, King Saul, because you have disobeyed God, God has changed his mind, and you will not be king no more. He's going to give your kingdom to someone else. Saul was very upset, and when Samuel turned to leave, Saul reached out and grabbed part of Samuel's robe, and oh, did you hear that? Part of his, well, I guess it was his mantle that was on his head. It ripped off into his King Saul's hand, and Samuel turned and said, Saul, just as you have ripped that off of my mantle, God will rip the kingdom from your hand. It was a very sad ending for Saul because he did not obey God. Obedience is better. Saul thought maybe because he was going to do this great thing by bringing back all these sheep and oxen, and he was even going to give them to God, he said. Well, God doesn't want some great things from us. He doesn't want all of our money and all of our stuff. God doesn't need those things. God wants our heart. I'm going to tell you a Bible verse today that's in that story of King Saul and Samuel. Obey is better than sacrifice. Obedience shows a humble heart. Sacrifice, sometimes it shows a humble heart, but it's not a sure thing. We can give all the money we have to the church. We can work even in the church. And we can, even the preacher can be the best preacher in the world and preach it. But if his heart is not right with God, if he hasn't just simply obeyed, it isn't any good. The Bible even says that if we give our body to be burned, but have not love, we don't obey, we don't love God, it does no good. God is looking for hearts that are yielded to him. He's looking for boys and girls that are willing to obey him. Sometimes we may think, well, I can't hear God, or I don't know what he says. I don't know how to pray. But God gives us people over us. He gives us preachers and pastors, teachers, moms, dads, grandpas, and grandmas. He tells us to obey them. He gave them wisdom. He put them in charge over us. So we just need to simply obey them. Well, boys and girls, I hope you've learned a great lesson today, that it's better to obey than to sacrifice. God wants you. He doesn't want your things. He doesn't want your stuff. He loves you, and he wants a relationship with you today. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining in. Hey guys, I got one more thing I want to tell you about. We are having a Dude Not So Perfect contest, or in your case, it may be a Dude Perfect contest. Can you or your friends or together, can you do some kind of trick shot or some amazing flip on the trampoline, or can you run so fast that you can break the sound barrier? Well, I want to see it, and so does everybody else. So with your mom and dad's permission, get some kind of camera, an iPhone or an iPad or whatever that you have permission to use. Ask your mom or dad or a grown-up to record you doing your coolest, most amazing feat trick shot or whatever it may be, and send it to us. You can send it by email, travandjen@gmail.com, or you can send it to us in the church Facebook Messenger page. But send it to us, and whoever does the most amazing, coolest act will receive a $25 gift card. We're also going to show that video here on Facebook. And so everybody can see you doing your amazing stunts, okay? But please be careful. Use permission. Make sure you have permission from your mom and dad or whoever owns the camera, okay? Well, thanks again for tuning in. I look forward to reviewing everybody's videos. Remember, just send them to travandjen@gmail.com or show them to us on the church Facebook Messenger. Just send it to us, okay? Thanks for joining in. See you guys. Bye.